Avoid saying the same thing as me, UFC edition, guys. We're doing title contenders here. So I want you to name someone who's an actual contender in the bantamweight division. I think everybody's sleeping on this guy after his last fight and that injury he had, but I'm going Corey Sandhagen. Next up, name a sleeper contender in the featherweight division. For me, my pick has had a roller coaster ride in the last couple of years. I'm going Josh Emmett. Next up, in the lightweight division, a serious contender there. Say Mateus Gamrot. Next up, same thing for the welterweight division. I think this is the only fair pick, to be honest. I mean, he's deserving at this point. A lot of people don't like him, but Bilal Muhammad. And last but not least, in the middleweight division. I love this guy. I think a lot of people do too. He has a huge future in the UFC. I'm going Brendan Allen. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. UFC Legends Blind Ranking. Let me know what you think below and be sure to follow. All right, here we go. Khabib Nurmagomedov. I'm going to the number 3. And you're going to say, what in the world? But this is filled with legends. And look, this is why I do it. DC at the 2. And we're comfy right there. The 1, 4, and 5 less. BJ Penn, man, this guy doesn't get enough respect. He had one of the worst downfalls ever. Because of that, I put him at the 4. But BJ Penn is and will always be a UFC legend. Griffin at the 5. Who's our number 1? I like this list. DC again. We got to skip him. This list is solid. Let me know what you think below. All right, DC. You're being a little bit of a narcissist here. Fedor Emelianenko. I usually don't put him on here because it's UFC ranking. So GSP. I love the list. Let me know what you think below. Avoid saying the same thing as me, UFC edition. We're starting off with a UFC legend. Could still be fighting, could be retired, anything you choose. I kind of hated this guy growing up, but I'm going Tito Ortiz. Next up, name any promotion that's not the UFC. Could be regional, could be big time, could no longer exist. I say 1 championship. Next, name a UFC ref. Going with the man, Dan Mergliata. Next up, name a UFC bantamweight. I say Merab Davashvili. And last but not least, name a fighter who fights out of Dagestan. You went basic? Well, so did I. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. Building the perfect UFC fighter with striking, grappling, power, speed, and of course their chin. Fedor I always skip because he wasn't in the UFC. Yep, casual things. Cain Velasquez. I'm going... Oof, I didn't put cardio in this. I'm going to go grappling. But Cain's cardio was ridiculous for a heavyweight. Frankie Edgar. Let's go speed for Frankie. Some of these smaller guys. That's what we got to use here. BJ Penn. Oh, I wish we still had grappling. I'm going to take his chin. I'll take BJ's chin. It is what it is. So power and striking left. I guess I'll take DC's power. And let's see whose striking we get. This is pretty mid dude right here. Woodley. All right. So we've definitely done better. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. UFC blind ranking. Let's go. I got roasted last week for this one. All right, Volkov. We're going to the 8. That's how stacked this list is. If you haven't seen that last video, just check it out. I got roasted. All right, Gaethje to the 5. There are skips in this, by the way, but I won't use them just because my followers hate it. Cejudo to the 3. Holloway to the 4. It's a little frustrating right now. Piotr Jan is going to go to the 7. I like this list a lot right now. Tom Aspinall, I guess this is career and skill set. I could put him at the 6 here at the end of the day. Just interim right now. Oof. You know what? I think he may have done enough that I could put him at the 2, and it's not the craziest thing here. I know Cejudo was a double champ, but it is what it is. I'll put Costa at the 9, the 1, and the 10, guys. Pavlovich is going to have to go to the 10. Who's our number 1? Be sure to follow. Matt Hughes. Wow. I've made worse lists. I'm okay with this. Have a good one. Avoid saying the same thing as me, UFC edition, and be sure to follow if you lose. All right. Name a female fighter. Any. All time. Whatever you want. I'm going basic, so don't. I say Valentina Shevchenko. Next up, name a Brazilian fighter. I'm staying female here. Amanda Nunes. Next, name a featherweight fighter. I say Brian Ortega. Next up, name a welterweight fighter. I'm a big fan of this guy. Sean Brady. And last but not least, name an underrated fighter. I've always really liked this guy. He's just been in the wrong division his whole career. I say Kelvin Gastelum. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. Avoid saying the same thing as me. UFC edition. Let's get to it. Name a retired Brazilian fighter. There's a ton of them. If you say this one, you got to follow. It's that simple. I'm going Mauricio Shogun Rua. Next up, name a fighter with a spectacular chin. We're probably going to say the same thing. Think different. I'm not going the obvious, though. You're probably saying Max Holloway. I say Drew Dober. But let me know what you said below. Next up, name a female fighter. A female legend. Let's do a female legend. I say Holly Holm. Next up, name a good street fighter. Someone you think that's real scrappy in the octagon. Who do you think? I say Bobby Green, but I had a feeling that some of you were going to say something else. But let me know below. Last but not least, name a fighter you think has more street fights than actual fights in their career. I'm guessing the one you probably guessed for the last one. I'm saying Nate Diaz. Let me know how you did below and be sure to building the perfect UFC fighter. Let me know what you think. Striking, grappling, power, speed, and chin. Jose Aldo. I am going with his striking. Just an all-out technical monster. I think that's the right choice. BJ Penn's grappling. I mean, what are we talking about here? What's in question? Frankie speed. I think we're on the right track here. I really do. Woodley's power. Oh my God, we're laying people out. We're grapple heavy. We're technical as it is. Who's chin? Michael Bisping. We definitely could have done better here. Definitely could have gotten a better chin, but I mean the fighter's disgusting. Let me know what you think. Be sure to follow. Building the perfect fighter with striking, grappling, power, speed, and chin. Here we go. Fedor, I always skip. Sorry about that. He wasn't in the UFC. I know it's a casual thing to do, but look at my username. Now I got to skip him twice. This video blows. All right. John Jones. I could go plenty directions here. I'm taking his striking. I mean, that unorthodox, kick heavy striking, elbows from everywhere. Khabib's grappling. Come on. This is ridiculous. At this point, we don't need anything else. Let's see how we do here. Matt Hughes. I'm going to take his chin. That's where I'm going. So, power and speed here. All right, Fedor. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Shamrock's power. Easy peasy. Who's speed? Let's see. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. All right, DC speed. So we are slow. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. UFC blind rankings. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. All right, Frankie Edgar goes to the 4 here. I think that's a safe start. Triple C goes to the 2. So the 1, the 3, and the 5. We could go anywhere here. Oof. BJ Penn's going to go to the 3. I'm okay with that. I think that's accurate. Forrest Griffin's going to go to the 5. Come on. I think I killed this list. Number 1, give it to me. All right. All right. Buzzer beater. John Jones. Jose Aldo. I like the list. It could be argued, obviously, but not a bad one. Let me know what you think. UFC Legends Blind Rankings. And if you love UFC content, be sure to follow. Here we go. Frankie Edgar is going to go to the 4. I don't know what just happened to my mouth there. All right. Jose Aldo's going to the 2. I think we're looking all right here. Triple C is going to go. Man, he's been double champ. Aldo's the best featherweight of all time. Triple C's been a double champ. I mean, it depends at how you look at it, but I'm going to put Triple C at the 1 just because of his accolades. I know I'm going to get sued here. Oof, Khabib's going to go to the 3 then. I mean, I know a lot of people would argue to agree with that. Fedor, I don't put him into these lists because he wasn't in the UFC, so there's that. Aldo already went. This is a whatever list. Fedor, get out of here. Who's our number 5? Be sure to follow. Dominic Cruz. All right. Bogus. Avoid saying the same thing as me. UFC edition. If you lose, you follow. It's that simple. All right. Name a retired welterweight fighter. Quite the decline for this guy. I'm going Tyron Woodley. Rough. All right. Next up, name a current heavyweight fighter on the active roster right now. I say Justin Tafa. Next up, name a fighter whose last fight resulted in a loss. For them, obviously. I say BSD, Benoit Saint Denis, taking that rough loss to Dustin. Next up, name a fighter whose name starts with the letter R. Changing it up, gotta mix it in. Could be current, could be retired. I say Randy Couture. And last but not least, name a fighter whose name starts with the letter T. Rough watch last night. I say Terrence McKinney. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. I saw this tier list. I wanted to do it. Be sure to follow, but everybody here is nasty, so it's tough. John Jones, S tier. Come on. All right. Getting that one out of the way quickly. I need some bums, man. Aljamain's going C tier, and the reason I'm doing that is just because of the talent in here. You're going to see it now. Nurmagomedov is going D tier. Umar, sorry, brother. You'll get it. You'll get it when you see all these guys pop up. All right. Taporia, I'm going to put B. It's that rough out here, guys. It's that rough. All right, D for Giga Jakatsi. Some of the best kicks you ever see in your life. Kobe's going C. I'm all right with this, and it's pretty spread evenly. I'm giving myself space. Patty Pimlet's going D here. Sorry, guys, for all you Patty fans. It looks good. All right, he's going A. Islam Makhachev to the A. See? We're distributed pretty well here. Max is going B. I'm okay with this. I am more than okay with this. Izzy's going A. We look good, guys. We look freaking good right now. All right. Habib's going to have to go B, and that kind of just throws this off the rails. Leon's going C, obviously. Yikes. Let me know what you think below. Maybe Max should have gone down. Jorge's going to have to go C, and I'm probably going to get beat for that one because he could have gone D there. Sean's going D. All right. This is bull. Who's our last one? Dustin. All right. I hate it. Too many stacked people, and there's too many C positions and D positions. It is what it is. Have a good one. Building the perfect UFC fighter with striking, grappling, power, speed, and chin. Here we go. Brock Lesnar. We're going straight to power. That's an easy one. And be sure to follow, guys. Don't be bums. DC. Let's take his grappling. I think that's good. I think we're on the right track here. This guy's a problem. Oof. I guess I'll take his speed. Yeah, I think that's fair. The right choice is grappling. All right, Lesnar already went. Let's see. Tito. I'll take Tito's chin. He used to take beatings. He got laid out a couple times, but I don't want his striking. I'll take GSP striking. I think that's fair. Could have gone a different route here, but it is what it is. Let me know what you think. UFC blind rankings. Here we go, man. Been doing so on these. Rampage Jackson going to the 4. Not a lot of people are going to like that one to start off if you've never seen this filter, but everyone here's a GOAT. Benson Henderson's going to the 3, man. I put him above Rampage. Yep. I don't want to hear it. Hubby's going to go to the 1 on this list just by what it looks like right now. So the 2 and the 5 left. A bit shaky of a list to me. Dominic Cruz is going to the 2. Solid. Who's our number 5? Cain Velasquez. An absolute poop fest for this list. I'm deleting my account. Be sure to block me. See you later. UFC blind rankings, changing up the filter right now. Let's see what we got. All right, Glover Teixeira is going to go to the 3. It's a different filter, so I don't think it's as stacked. No legends. Kobe's going to go to the 4. You can't put Kobe over Glover with the accolades. Sorry. All right, the 1, 2, and the 5. Volk is going to go to the 1 here. Yeah, I like that. Volk at the 1. So the 2 and the 5 remain. Dustin. I'm going to put Dustin at the 2. And I'm going to do it with confidence. Diamonds are forever, my friend. All right, who's our number 5? Is this list valid? Let me know below. Gone. I'll probably put Gone over Kobe, and then I think we're good. But not a bad list. Let me know what you think below. Avoid saying the same thing as me. UFC edition. Let me know how you do below. And if I catch you, you got to follow. It's that simple. All right, name a flyweight fighter. I say Amir Albalzi. Next up, name a lightweight fighter. Think about it. Deep division. Changing it up today, Renato Moicano. Name someone who's known for devastating kicks. Past, current. Going John Jones. Next up, name a female fighter. Say Amanda Lemos. And last but not least, name a heavyweight fighter. Think about it. I'm going Cyril Gane. Let me know how you did below and be sure to follow. UFC blind ranking. I usually shit the bed with this one. All right. Cain Velasquez is going to go to the 4. I know. Risky. A little low. But again, just killers on here. Silva's going to go to the 2. Now you're really saying this guy's a real casual. It is what it is. All of a sudden, John Jones pops up at the end all the time. See, GSP. I'll put GSP at the 1 over Silva. Whatever. I'll argue that with anybody. I'm cool with it. BJ Penn. Penn's going to go to the 3. You got to put him above Cain Velasquez. Who's our number 5? I might have done it right now, guys. You got to follow. I never do Fedor, so I'm going to skip it. That's fair. I'm not just doing it to benefit me. Habib Nurmagomedov. Ladies and gentlemen, my account is awful. Don't follow me. Don't like it. Just whatever. Bye. Avoid saying the same thing as me. UFC edition, you get 5 tries. If I catch you on any of these, you got to follow it simple. All right, number 1. Name a Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist. I'm going Brian Ortega. Number 2, name a Mexican fighter. We got quite a few of them in the UFC right now. A lot of dominant ones too. I'm going with a champion, Alexa Grasso. Next up, name a South American fighter. A lot of those men too. I say Marlon Chito Vera. Next, name an unorthodox fighter. A lot to choose from here. I'm going with a real popular one, so stay away from Jiri Prochazka. And last but not least, name an American fighter. Could be all time. I'm going current. I say Justin Gaethje. Let me know how you did below and be sure to follow. Been a while, but we're doing UFC Legends bar fight. My team first. So I walk into a bar, Triple C's on my side. That's cool. Who else? Not a fan of that, though. Little guy. Triple C's dying to fight, but we only need one of you, buddy. Brock Lesnar. I'm in the clear here. No matter what, I have this brick wall to defend me, so I feel pretty good. Let's see who's on your team. All right. Forrest Griffin. He could definitely hold his own against Triple C. There's only one Brock Lesnar, buddy. Sorry. And he's on my squad. Again, dying to fight. Settle down, buddy. Frankie Edgar. But this guy's stabbing somebody in the eye with that face, so I don't know. Let me know what you think below. Creating the ideal fighter with striking, grappling, power, speed, and cardio. So for Cyril Gane, we're starting off early. I'm going to go with his striking. You know, I'm not going to say he has no power, but I think he's one of the best strikers in the heavyweight division as far as being a complete fighter. I think striking is the way to go here. Max Holloway, I think if I had a durability one, that would be perfect. I'm going to go with his cardio. Yeah, Max's cardio. I mean, come on. If not, I would have been striking, but I already took it. Charles Oliveira's grappling. That's easy. Easy peasy. So speed and power. Speed and power. I guess I'll take Stipe's power. That's fair. And let's see who's speed. Poirier's speed. Pretty dangerous fighter. I mean, we could have done better in some of these avenues, but I like it. Let me know what you think and who beats this fighter. UFC blind ranking. We're talking striking. So let's see. Israel Adesanya, I'm going to put him at the 1. I mean, there's only a couple heads we could potentially put over him. I think he's an easy number 1 pick. Jiri Prochazka, very great striking for him because it's very unorthodox. Very powerful. Again, very unorthodox. I'm going to put him at the 3 just to keep it safe for like a real technical striker. Glover Teixeira, durable fighter. Okay striking. I mean, maybe I'm not giving as much credit as he deserves. I'll put him at the 4. Cyril Gane, I'm going to put him at the 2. I don't think there's any heavyweight that can match up with his striking. I mean, yeah, I think he has really great striking. Colby Covington at the 5. I think this list is perfect as far as striking goes. Let me know what you think below and be sure to follow. UFC blind ranking. Let me know what you think below. Here we go. DC goes to the 2. I think that's a safe spot for him. He's one of the best to ever do it, a double champ. Cain Velasquez is going to go to the 4. So we have the 1, the 3, and the 5 here. Shamrock's going to the 5. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. The 1 and the 3. Aldo's going to go to the 3, and I'm okay with that. I can't put him over DC. Who's our number 1? Benson Henderson. Well, there's that. UFC blind ranking. Let me know what you think below and be sure to follow. Dustin Poirier. I'm putting him at the 5. This is a really stacked list. I always say it. Whitaker's going to go to the 4. I have so much respect for Whitaker. I'm just going to put him a notch above Poirier. Saint Denis is going to go to the 9 on this list. I know that's quite the fighter, but he has to. Figueiredo's going to the 7. Another killer. 10. Can never pronounce his name. Don't roast me. Brock Lesnar's going to go to the 8 here. Sorry. Leon Edwards is going to go to the 3. John Jones to the 1. I'm so okay with this list right now. Let me know what you think. Jose Aldo goes to the 2. I mean, this might be perfect. This might be perfect. Aljamain Sterling at the 6. I think I made the perfect list. Let me know what you think below. There's not an issue here. It all makes sense. Let me know what you think. Be sure to follow. Name the fighter based on their resume. I'm going to give you 5 notable wins. You tell me who you think it is. All right, number 1, Benson Henderson. Number 2, Jim Miller. And yes, we're traveling back in time. Edson Barbosa. Jeremy Stevens. And this one's going to confuse you, but Charles Oliveira. I know I just hit everybody with a curveball there that's going to throw you off for good. Think of a guy who was around for a long period of time. He is retired, but a bad man. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Cerrone. Let me know what you think and be sure to follow. UFC blind ranking. Let me know what you think below and be sure to follow. Starting off with Colby Covington. I'm comfy at the 3. I think that's safe. It's fair. Cyril Gane's going to go to the 4. I'll put him under Colby. That's fine. Glover's going to go to the 2 just because of his career. I think that's fair to say. He's the only one there who's been champ. Connor's going to go to the 1. He's been a double champ before. I think this is okay. Who's our number 5? Deactivating my account. Have a good one.